Have you ever heard someone say, "Don't worry about the end times. Christians won't be here for it"? That before anything bad happens, believers will just disappear into heaven. What if I told you the Bible doesn't actually teach that? For years, churches have preached the Pre-Tribulation Rapture, claiming that before the world faces the worst, Christians will be taken away. It sounds comforting, but when we actually examine Scripture, we start to see a different picture. So today, we're going to fact-check one of the most common arguments used to defend the Pre-Tribulation Rapture. Did Jesus really promise to remove believers before the tribulation? Or did he actually say something entirely different? And most importantly, does this verse prove pre-tribulation rapture? Or does it completely debunk it? Let's break this down biblically and connect the dots together. One of the most popular proof texts for pre-tribulation rapture is Revelation 3:10. Because you have kept my word about patient endurance, I will keep you from the hour of trial that is coming on the whole world. On the surface, this sounds like a clear promise that Jesus will remove believers before tribulation begins, right? Many pastors claim that this verse guarantees that the church will be raptured before suffering comes upon the world. But there's a big problem with this interpretation. You see, building an entire doctrine on a single verse without looking at the original Greek words or how this idea fits with the rest of Scripture is dangerous. So, let's dig deeper. The key phrase in Revelation 3:10 is, "I will keep you from." The pre-trib argument assumes this means removal from the world. But is that what the original Greek actually says? The phrase "kept from" is translated from the Greek words tireoek. But does it really mean take out or remove? Let's compare it with another passage where Jesus uses the exact same Greek phrase, John 17:15. "I do not ask that you take them out of the world, but that you keep them from tireoek, the evil one." Notice something? Jesus doesn't pray for believers to be taken out of the world. Instead, he asks God to protect them while they're still in it. So if tireoek in John 17:15 means protection while still present, then Revelation 3:10 should mean the same thing. And remember, Jesus is the one speaking in both verses. If he meant removal in Revelation 3:10, then he would be contradicting himself in John 17:15. But since Jesus is always consistent, this confirms that he is talking about protection, not escape. Conclusion: God will preserve believers through the trial, not necessarily remove them before it happens. This alone destroys the foundation of pre-tribulation rapture theology. Now that we've uncovered the real meaning of Revelation 3:10, let's think about what this means for the pre-trib argument. If this verse does not teach removal, then what's left? If Jesus himself used the same phrase in John 17:15 to mean protection within, not escape, then pre-trib believers can't use Revelation 3:10 as proof anymore. And if no verse in the Bible actually teaches a pre-tribulation rapture, then where did this idea even come from? Here's the truth. The pre-tribulation rapture doctrine is built on assumptions, not on clear biblical teaching. And if pre-tribulation rapture isn't biblical, then what is? That's exactly what we're going to explore in the next episode. We've just completely dismantled the first major argument for pre-tribulation rapture, but this is just the beginning. In the next episode, we're going to dive even deeper and answer the big question. When does the Bible actually say the rapture will happen? What did Jesus say about the exact timing of the rapture? Don't miss part 2, where we uncover the true biblical timeline of the rapture. If this episode challenged what you've been taught, let's talk about it in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe so you don't miss the next discussion. Hit the notification bell so you're the first to know when part 2 drops. I'll see you in the next episode.